Aethermod music, good. Reload that just to double check. Analytics. Looks like we're all set, I think. Let's get to it then. Where were we last? It was just during the second day of this.
Hi!
I double check OBS's levels.
Hi! How's it going? Things look odd.
Right.
No, they don't. Yeah, they do. You hear static.
That-
Well, let me fix that,
that's
because
okay.
I know that that's gonna be a big bother the whole time. That's gonna be... Well, let me fix that. Because I know that that's gonna be a big bother the whole time. Voice is lower than the music. One sec! Okay. Fix that. One sec!
Mr. Molecule, hey. Give me a split second to get... I forgot to turn on social stream so I can show chat in OBS. My bad. Welcome to stream. How's it going? I am just setting it to work now. There we go. Already active. Fake test message. Just double check. Clear that out. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I can't text through that. Feel free to throw another message on just to make sure. Not been any streams for a bit. Yeah, you haven't. It's been a bit. I feel like I'm too quiet. Let me up that a little bit. Da 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 da. Set the filters properly. Da da da. Gain boost. Pro Q compressor. I still don't really know how a compressor works, so I'm just gonna turn that off and switch to gain boost. No, that's too loud. Just bad timing. Yeah, I get that. There's no hard feelings, I promise you that much. Don't you worry. I am not mad, but I hope you're doing well. Okay, game. That looks like, I think my volume looks like it's okay. I'm gonna lower music a little bit though. Da da da. Well, welcome back to stream. I'm glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. For some reason, these aren't playing nice for some reason. Why can't I see your message in chat? There you go, you're doing well. Perfect, looks like that's working. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Welcome to stream. I'm just working on the Hookshot video. I'm on day 2 of that now. Or I just reached the second stream, and now I'm doing a bit more of a relaxing late night one while I make progress on that. How was your day?
Things look odd. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. You hear static. Uh-oh. Well, let me fix that. One sec! Working on it.
I'll cut that immediately to...
One sec!
Let's just punch it in my face while I say that. 1 sec, and we zoom right in.
One sec! Run and plugged and overstimulated.
Beat Final Fantasy VI recently is the most peak game you've ever played. That was the last 2D one before 7 made it 3D, right? Sick. I'm not the most familiar with Final Fantasy, but that's awesome. Well done.
Overstimulated.
I have been following, the episodes are very far and few between, but there's a channel called New Frame Plus, and he has been going through Final Fantasy's animation, or at least the 2D animation before it gets to 3D. And it's neat seeing how much expression they get out of such simple sprites in the earlier games. And then, yeah, I imagine Final Fantasy VI would have been like probably the most animated the sprites have ever been before shifting to the third dimension, right? That's awesome. What about it would you say is peak? Like the most peak, which is, I'm not challenging that, but yeah, Final Fantasy VI. Makes sense. What would you say about the game is so peak? What had your interest in it?
Static's kind of vibes though? No.
We have no time for vibes. That's way too loud. I'm sorry. One sec. Can I lower that?
We have no time for vibes.
I'm gonna lower that and I'm gonna put a distortion effect on it. Basically so it sounds like it's more broken than it is. Now, don't be super annoying.
That's way too loud.
Megaphone?
Oh, no.
We have no time for vibes. That's... We have no time for vibes. That's way too loud. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's too strong. Can I...
We have no time for vibes. That's way too loud. I'm sorry.
I think that works. Yeah, go ahead and spoil it. I don't think it'd be a game that I'm too far into, but I'm excited to hear what's so good about it. Are you a big fan of Final Fantasy altogether, or just 6?
One sec.
Just need some footage of me working on the room a little bit. I'll punch in as I finish my motion. 6 is the best one, it's not even close. Interesting. Now why do you say that? Now I'm excited to see what you're so excited about. I'll cut out this first little bit and just go right to when the microphone falls onto me. It's such a gross, like, it's clear, I think it's clear from the big camera that I'm making a silly face, or at least I'm trying to, but in this one I look so, like, so candid. Like, oh, I didn't see you there. It looks so dumb. Punch in down to that corner while I work. Just take a nice look at my sexy midriff. Sexy Dr. Pepper midriff. Story kind of starts like normal. Good guys are looking against the evil empire, but halfway through the Emperor's underling, Kefka steals the power of the statues, which controls all magic.
I broke.
That's sick. Cool. Oh, speaking of midriff, ain't that just beautiful? We got my little ball sack of a stomach hanging out. Can I say that? I gotta lose some weight. I gotta lose a lot of things, but weight is a big one. I don't think I want to include this clip then if it's...
I broke.
Almost destroys the world, and the best part is after he's ruined the world, you have to travel the world, your friends you find all your friends are gonna take Kefka on. Cool. So it's like you get to see the world. It's like not too many games like to do the wander the wrecked world thing. The only example of a game I can think of that I played that did that would be Super Paper Mario, where you have like these black holes, these rifts destroying all these different worlds, and each one's kind of like further along in its destruction, and then one midway through the level it actually gets destroyed, and you get to come back and see that it's just this blank, empty void space. I like stuff like that. Gameplay is good, not very grindy, and very few annoying dungeons. That's awesome. I don't know much about Final Fantasy enough to be like, oh yeah, that's clearly a thing that they have trouble with normally, but that's great. I can appreciate a game that doesn't, like, I don't think any game where you have to grind nonstop is a good game. It just feels like padding.
I broke so many things.
Look, even my fat ass decides to cover my shirt immediately. Or cover my stomach.
I broke so many things.
I think I'll just punch in and zoom up here, because that, or, yeah.
I broke so many things. I think I got it, but now the webcam's broken. You'd think I know how to, but now the
As I say webcam, I'll zoom over to where it is, so you can see it fixed.
webcam's broken. You'd think I know how to stream by now, but I still haven't learned. There we go. It does look like a snuff film, you're so right. Well, it's fixed now and hopefully not as snuffy. Goodness gracious, welcome to the stream. I thought I tested audio, but I got learned. Goodness gracious, welcome.
I think a lot of RPGs in general struggle with the part of having that part, but there wasn't an annoying part that was insufferable. The few annoying areas were very short. Cool. That's great. I'm trying to think of, like, there's not many RPGs that I play. I'm not a huge fan of RPGs, all things considered. Well, that's not true. I'm not a fan of the gameplay. And, like, the grinding, as you mentioned earlier. Whenever I play an RPG, if I have, like, a cheat available, or, like, a ROM hack, or something that just, like, I don't know, doubles XP gain or something, so you don't have to grind nearly as long, I generally tend to go for that. Though, I mean, it does break balance, definitely a ton in the earlier areas, but I think it does mean that I'm not stuck waiting to progress with like, getting to the right numbers first.
Gracious, welcome to stream. I thought I tested audio, but I guess I didn't. This microphone is garbage. I think it's meant to be like an up-close one that you turn the volume down. I don't even know why I'm holding it to my face. It doesn't work like that. Sounds great? Perfect. Well, we just started an already out of sorts.
I think I'm just gonna cut
I thought I
it all
tested
out.
audio, but I guess I didn't. This microphone. Well, we just started an already out of sorts and confused. Need to replace the installation of walls itchy in here? Oh, ow! I bashed my computer with my knee. Need to replace the installation of walls itchy in here? Oh.
I ran it a couple times throughout the game, but it was really to learn spells early, and honestly it felt like overkill in the long run. Well, that's okay. That's if it's the player's choice to grind and get stronger out of it, then that's awesome. Like, more power to them for doing that. But if it's not optional, or like it's, you know, if in order to progress you have to do this, you have to grind a shit ton, then that's not well done. I mean, unless the whole point is grinding, like if you just want a mindless game to grind out, then do it. But I can't say I recommend it. I think I'll change the name of the stream just to late night gaming, or late night editing stream. I don't need for it to be another yet. I don't have a way to turn off dual stream, do I? Nah, I don't. I turned on dual stream so that I could stream to both shorts and YouTube at the same time without having to do two separate streams, because I don't like having to well, I guess I don't have to, but I don't, if I want to stream a second output out of OBS, I need to like schedule a stream and have it appear in people's, what's it called, in their like their feeds immediately. But I don't like I like the impromptu nature of this one, so I'd like to do that twice, but there's no option to make the first one, or make the vertical stream impromptu. Didn't you do get married while you were busy avoiding streams? Not actually. Yeah, we did. We got married back in May, actually. We've been married for a while now. It's just that videos are few and far between lately, so updates like that are seen in videos take a while to come out. I've been a busy man since then.
In here? In here?
I'll zoom in while I say. It's not that you've just missed a lot, it's that I also haven't been putting out too many videos since then. I think my latest video... Actually, I can probably even check this right now. The only video I've put out since I've gotten married... Oh no, I guess I had the Mirror Shield video and the Silent Hill 2 video. Those are the only 2 videos I've made since getting married. I've been a little busy. Just a bit. But welcome back anyways. Glad to have you back. Back forever. You can't leave again. And like a gore sound effect. That sounds too squishy. Ugh. That'll do. Just gross, juicy gore sound for when I bonk my leg against my computer case. Very nice. Then we'll just make that a little quieter. Mom will kill you if you stay. You got school tomorrow unless they cancel because of the snowstorm. Ah, you're in one of those areas. Well, let's hope you get the day off tomorrow to relax. I assume with all the ice on the roads, hopefully you can get out of it. This is a very scary song. Well, that's only for a minute and a half. Well, thanks for dropping by. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for sticking around and lore dumping me on Final Fantasy. Hopefully you can find more games to play that bring you as much joy as that one did. Take care.
I bashed my computer with my knee.
Oh, you got the entire week off last week and got Tuesday. Oh, well. Well, yeah, it makes sense then. Yeah, schools hate giving you time off because that means the teachers have to work extra hard to catch you up on topics that everyone's normally up to speed with anyways. I wasn't the biggest fan of school, to be honest. Not going yet, gotta stay a couple more minutes. Well, don't let your mom catch you.
And this thing is sick, look at this.
Not just Rylan. Bingort official loves to encourage kids to disobey their parents.
It spins. Sick, look at this.
Why is this like horror game music? Hate school so much it sucks. I getcha. I was not a big fan of school either. School's tricky. I'm sure there's better ways school could be run, but I also don't know enough about it myself.
It spins. It spins. Is that not sick?
What about school do you hate?
Is that not sick? Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? And this part doesn't. That was the thing that took me forever to figure out how to get this. And this part doesn't. That was the thing that took me forever to. That was the thing that.
I did get it to spin, yeah.
And this part doesn't. That took me forever to figure.
I mean, I've rigged up a really crude mechanism of a wall screw and an old wheel from an old cart that I put onto the screw, and I put everything on top of that,
and this part
and then
doesn't.
glued the
That
nail
took
down.
me forever to figure out how this.
I guess I need to punch in on this, and this part doesn't. Emphasize what I'm
And this part doesn't.
touching with my fingers.
Ever seen. And this part doesn't. That took me forever to figure out how to get this to spin without this part spinning as well.
Let's do a little trick here, because you can't see my mouth, I can actually just
This part spinning as well.
keep it smooth, and you won't even notice that I
without this part spinning as well. We're gonna paint this part spinning as well.
Can't even tell I took a break
hopefully
there.
It'll still spin smoothly. If it doesn't, then I'll cry. I'm gonna spin this. If it doesn't, then
I'll cry. Punch in on that. Zoom. A lot of my editing, well, a lot of my edits, that I'll call them, is just punching in as I hover over something.
spin smoothly. If it doesn't, then I'll cry. I'm gonna spin this as a fidget for the rest of the stream. We're not gonna paint it all. I'm just gonna stand here and spin. I think
Too many assignments and probably have ADHD, struggle to pay attention, also procrastinate, but it's just so difficult I can't keep up. You know what? Dude, I am totally there. I was there a lot too. Like, school was too many things due at once. None of them made any sense. I don't know if I also have ADHD. I don't suspect that I do, but if I was told that I had it, I wouldn't be surprised so much. And I'm also a massive procrastinator. That's why I'm streaming and editing now at like midnight my time instead of earlier in the day like a responsible. Look at this procrastinating idiot. Possibly your dad does as well. You know what? Then that's totally. That's a good reason to suspect. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what the rules are for who has what.
I think I may have had too much sugar.
But regardless, I totally feel your pain there on school, just being a struggle for paying attention. That's always hard when you're not passionate. Like there were classes that I enjoyed and liked, and those were like media classes, like computer stuff, or not media, but like practical stuff. Like I liked shop class, I liked working with tools, I liked the cooking class, I liked and I liked the computer classes. Like those were the ones I did really well in because I was passionate about what it was. I thought it was interesting, and I guess I already knew a decent amount about each thing beforehand too. But when you don't have that that joy in what you're doing or what you're learning enough to try and focus on it, then it makes it all the worse. Thought my editing was funny on the God Item videos. Thank you. I like my edits too. I think they're fun. I do my best not to put out videos that I don't enjoy myself.
I think I may have had too much sugar before I started. The painting though, I'm just gonna stand here and spin. I think I may have had too.
Punch in a little bit more there. I like sharing off the process a little more though, or showing off how it's done. At least I've wanted to for a while, because I like. This is where the bulk of the time on the videos goes, is in the editing, not the recording, not the prop building. It's in the editing itself. Just because there's so much to get through.
I think I may have had too much sugar before.
I think it's punched in a little too far. But it's also a good chance to like explore, I guess, kind of my own psychology on how I'm editing these. Like what is, when I have to explain what I'm doing out loud, it lets me kind of, not teach myself, but it lets me process, why am I editing this way? Why am I doing it this way? I guess I feel like that was just too punched into my face. I don't want to just have there be two shots of camera, which is either normal or like hyper zoomed into my face, because that's what a lot of them feel like sometimes. So I like to have just a subtler motion here, just so you can
spin. I think
catch the eyes. One thing too that I learned a while ago from an editor that I worked with is that you always have to try and consider the viewer's eyes and where they're looking normally. Like if I, assuming you're looking at my face, which hopefully you are, because it's a good face.
No, I'm just gonna stand here and spin.
And then suddenly my face is over here, or over here, just because of the way it's positioned.
No, I'm just gonna stand here and spin. I think it may have.
That's a really jarring edit, right? Like even if you don't notice it, or even if you don't know it, you definitely notice it when it's happening. Sorry, that didn't disappear from me. I can still read that in the actual chat. I just didn't see that. Only class you're excited for is psychology, but those two classes suck. They're either difficult, boring, or both. I used to like English class, maybe just a writing class. I was never a fan of English. Or I think in Canada they call it like language arts sometimes. It's so stupid. I understand that there's an important need for being able to articulate your thoughts, but I also think that there's more than just one way to do it, and that way isn't always exactly the standard that schools like to emphasize. But you like psychology? Neat.
Before I started.
My sister-in-law was in psychology. I think she still is. She was working to be a speech pathologist. I think my editing's gonna keep up the good work. Thank you. I'm trying.
The hook point, the pointy part, and the
I do a lot of fat trimming in my editing as well. Just to get rid of, part of me doesn't like that I have to do this because I abhorrently am opposed to speedy brain rot video culture, because I know that that's just how it is. and I hate that that's what's so necessary to keep people engaged, is to not let them go 3 seconds without some kind of vocal stimuli to hear.
Hook point, the pointy part, and the spinning chain is PLA. It's 3D.
I almost wish that I recorded these being printed so I could put a shot of them in. Interested in psychology. The semester just started though, hoping the teacher doesn't ruin it for you. A bad teacher really does ruin any subject for most people. So I'm hoping for you too that you get to enjoy the topic.
Chain is...
Yeah, there were plenty of things in school where the teacher, and even if like, let's not even say the teacher is bad or is like an evil teacher, even if they just are bad at teaching it, it can also turn off the subject as well. Like my English teacher, she was an Italian lady, and she was not a bad teacher by any means, but the way she taught, I just could not get behind it. So even stuff that was semi-interesting, like when we had to make video projects or try and tell a story through video or through presentations or something, I had no interest in it, and I felt, kind of disgusted with whatever I was making because of that.
PLA. It's 3D printed.
I don't know if people's attention spans can be that bad. I have ADHD, not confirmed, but basically still a better attention span than that. I know, like, that's... And the worst part, not the worst part, but one of the parts that I don't like about is, like, I don't like just complaining on stuff, like, oh, kids don't like how... Kids can't think, kids can't pay attention to stuff. Because it feels so, like, high and mighty of me. And I don't love talking like that, but I also think that I'm completely correct. Kids are just dumb. Like the average... I mean, how do I describe this? I don't want this to sound like I'm just like glazing you or glazing me or, saying how cool we both are. But the fact that you are actually here in chat, engaged and talking to me, means you are like so far above the average YouTube viewer, because YouTube, like the average YouTube viewer is like an 11-year-old on their iPhone drooling while they look at the screen of pretty colors. And if it takes longer than 5 seconds to see like Family Guy or Subway Surfers, they don't care. And then that is like 90% of all viewers on this platform. This forsaken platform of rot.
Excited and scared. There's so many people in chat. It's 3D printed. I'm excited and scared. There's so many people in chat. That makes me nervous. All of you go away.
Give the new gents the benefit of the doubt. I figured out that a lot of what people say is unfortunately true, but most of them, even my 4-year-old sister, has become a Cocomelon-induced monster. Oh man. The internet, you double-edged sword, you. Yeah, that's the thing, because I hate. Obviously there's good ones, right? There's smart kids out there. There's capable kids who are raised right and take breaks from media and know all that. But it's not just kids though. It's not just the new generation. Because you look at like, AI videos or not even AI, but just like the most brainless, repetitive content on TV, on the news, on Facebook, on Instagram, on anywhere. Anywhere there's people, there's garbage like that. And 98% of people just eat it up. They stare and they drool and their eyes glaze over and their brains just shut off. But then we got the weird thinkers, the ADHD people, the autists, or just people, the impatient, the people who are just fed up with it, who can actually like appreciate the work that goes into things and actually engage with it without just letting it, pour all of its worth out into their face. I feel like I'm describing that in a really crude way that doesn't make any sense, but I think you get it. Like, there's value in content that causes you to engage with it, not just stare at it. Freaks out all the time over everything. Ugh. I don't envy you. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you can, well, not to put the responsibility on you, but hopefully your sister can look up to you as an example instead of like, oh, let's be like Big Brother. I assume you're a guy. I assume everyone's a guy by default. I'm very misogynistic. Well, I guess there's also Mr. in your name, so I guess that kind of counts. Anyways, hopefully they can look up to you and see that you don't do the same thing.
There's so many people in chat that makes me nervous. All of you go away.
Let's zoom in for that.
There's so many people in chat that makes me nervous. All of you go away. Don't do that, please.
It's a nice song, but it's also a little too loud. There we go.
I need to grow. I need to grow big and strong. Don't do that, please.
I need to grow. I'm gonna do an editing here. Mr. Molecule, name is an Earthbound reference, but you are a boy man. Yes. Boy man. Mr. Molecule. Earthbound. I feel like I played Earthbound recently enough that I should recognize Mr. Molecule. Now I'm gonna look it up. Oh yeah, okay. He was an enemy in Magic Hand. Right, that's what it was. Thank you. Thank you, Google.
Don't do that, please. I need to grow. I need to grow big and strong. I need to grow. I need to grow.
What I plan to do is have, as I say grow, I'm going to pulse in size and get a little bit bigger, and then when I say grow big and strong, I'm just going to grow way bigger than the screen. So first we'll do this one, and we'll do AI, Black Magic's AI, scan. Hate Magic Hand, but I thought the name would be goofy and nerdy. Well, it's a good choice. I would love to see what Earthbound would be like if it was made today. I don't mean like, you know, made for the modern audience. Let's make sure Ness says cool, quirky sentences every 5 minutes, but I wonder what it could be like to, you know, how would they redo things like Magic Ant to make it less, grindy, I guess? Okay, why can't... Oh, right, I gotta, like, turn off this bottom track. There we go. Black Magic is called Black Magic for a reason. Like, how did... You're telling me 3 points. 3 tracking points can immediately crop me out like that. Like, that's insane. And I just track it forward. Set anchor point to this. Oh wait, first I have to... Oh yeah, Black Magic is a little weird though. For some reason it likes to remove the track as soon as I am... There we go. Fan-made... Oh yeah, the remake of Earthbound. Yeah, the Earthbound Dimensions, right? I followed that on Twitter occasionally. I see updates from it every now and again. It looks pretty sick. What changes will be made to do that? Yeah, exactly. There, so that's good. Now I need to render it in place with the transparent one. So, QuickTime, uncompressed, ARGB 8-bit. The A, so it's ARGB, alpha, red, green, blue channels. Alpha is just transparency. Ryland Grow. There, now with that rendered, I can...
Bro, I need... Oh. I need to grow...
Let's quickly inflate. Let's inflate me. That always goes well when people say that. Grow... Yeah. So it's...
Bro, I need to grow big. Grow... grow big and strong.
Then we'll mark that as ease in. We'll go to keyframes, and what I'm going to do is transform my size here to be really big. All right. Let's make you large. Why is anchor point off so bad? Looks at Earth and Dimensions, and I've not seen that before. Holy shit. Oh, right. Yeah, I think you're thinking of, what's it called? I mean, there's lots of passionate Mother fans out there that have made some pretty impressive things. I think you're thinking of, no, you're probably not thinking of that. But I was thinking also the original Mother, not Earthbound, like the Earthbound Beginnings remake that someone was working on that looked very similar to Mother 3. But I think I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's like, it has like a sprint button, it has the rhythm mechanics from Mother 3. But yeah, Earthbound Dimensions is sick. That's one I like looking at.
Need to grow big and strong.
Easing is good, but I'd like to grow you out.
Grow big and strong.
And then I think you are the wrong.
Oh, I need to grow big and strong.
Too much. What's with the pop?
Big and strong. Oh, I need to grow big and strong.
What's with the... Why does it pop? For serving, it pops...
Big and strong. Grow big and strong. I need to grow. I need to grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
Let's also shift my voice down as I become a giant.
I need to grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
That's too big. Or too deep.
Grow. I need to grow big and strong. Need to grow big and strong.
Hey Nathan. Can't stay because you got to see it for work tomorrow, but excited for the new vid. Looks great so far. Thank you. I am excited to show off the editing process a little more and have it archived so people can actually see it. But thanks for dropping by. I hope your work tomorrow is amazing.
Grow. I need to grow big and strong. Grow. I need... I need to grow. I need to grow big and strong.
Let's also quickly crop out the chat and webcam so that I can keep that on top of me. Crop out the writer on there. I hate that I have to do this, but I gotta do it a second time and crop right even further. So now I have 2 layers here.
Grow big and strong.
Oh yeah, I gotta do the same thing here. Crop less, but then crop top. That's what I'm doing. That way I can fit around my boundaries. There.
I need to grow big and strong. Grow. I need to grow big and strong.
Now, how would I make this work? I suppose I could do an adjustment layer that I gradually fade on, where I change the color, because I would like to make everything darker as I get bigger in front of my lights. As you see, I put a lot of time into like split-second edits, and I love doing that. I think it's fun. That's what makes the videos good. Not the only thing, but quickly fade this in. How would I do this? I guess let's do one mask here of this top bit of me. That would definitely get brighter as I get closer to big lights. We'll soften it a bit, and then we'll just up the brightness a lot. Okay, I think I softened it too much. Then we'll add serial. Add a serial node, so an afterwards node. And then I will grab the bottom half of all of this. And soften it and then darken it so it's like a... Yeah. Then we can even do the same thing on the right or the left side here on the webcam as well. Let's mask that out and make it chunky. So, punch. It won't be the most, like, perfect thing.
I need to grow big and strong. Grow and strong.
That fades in way too late. Let's fix that.
Strong and strong. Big and strong. 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 Strong.
Saw a thing I put in Discord about how difficult it is to get views, and it made me think about how YouTube has become just become about shorts content and not much else. Apparently that's not true. Apparently 2025 was a great year for long form content. Which I don't understand what that means at this point. But I think I do see what you're getting at as well. Everything is about getting people's attention quickly. Also, let's fix this this light top bit. Oh, I didn't have that on screen at all properly. Let's fix the mask size. This is supposed to be way up here. And also, maybe turn that down a bit. I think that works. I'm gonna fix this clip on the bottom though. I would like to make that. Everyone started editing things, like you said earlier, attention grabbing and very fast paced. Yeah, exactly. Everything has to be the fastest it could ever be. Can't be anything else. Which can be a little disheartening sometimes. But that's also, I don't mind necessarily making things quicker. I do understand the need for it, and I don't mean that it shouldn't. Let's remove that. I'll do this instead with a generator. I would much rather have a small audience of people who like my stuff for what it is, and not a bajillion fans who desperately need my stuff to be like mindless. That sounds so noble of me, I know. Yeah, I'll just have this slowly fade into place. I'll just mark this as ease in.
Big and strong. Grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
Do I have a... Yeah, it's just frustrating that everyone has low attention spans because long form content is great, and it does come down to opinion, but I feel like if they were more patient, they would enjoy it. True, but that's also been like, that's been the case for a lot of things. I'm not sure why I'm so keen on playing devil's advocate for people that I hate. I don't hate people with low attention spans, but I do hate the way some of them behave. It wouldn't be so bad if just because I feel like it's YouTube's fault as well. With, you know, not like, oh, it's the algorithm, I can't get views because of the algorithm. It also is the viewers, but YouTube only pushes one of them. It doesn't push both to the right people. Ideally, YouTube would push long form to people who like long form. It would push art to people who like art. And it would push fast stuff to people who like fast stuff. The problem is that fast stuff appeals to the most people because of the never-ending grind of scrolling. The never-ending motion of thumb scrolling. That YouTube tries to push that to everybody. So if you don't want to appeal to that, or if you don't want to make your content into that nonstop, then you're kind of at a loss. Because, I mean, without trying to... I hate talking like this sometimes because I feel like I'm just glazing myself, or, you know, oh, I could do better if I just gave up my standards. But I think I could. Like, very easily, every episode of Got Item, of all the props and masks I've built, or the Silent Hill video, or the Last of Us video, or the Luigi's, you know, the Rogue Luigi Eye video, all of those I could have chopped up into, like, 10 or 20, 30, 40 minute long shorts and grown way more as they are forced into people's feeds automatically rather than being clicked on for being appealing. But I don't want to do that, and I'm more content with doing it this way. But I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, I think shorts are for growth, and content or videos like, you know, the main videos are for you guys, are for the audience. For you guys. And also buy my merch, and also join my Patreon, and also buy me a coffee, and also go support my Kickstarter campaign, and yeah. Let me just try and make as much money off you as I possibly can. There are a lot of small streamers that you watch, and you're shocked they don't have more views or subs, but you notice it's mostly because of a lack of that kind of content. Yeah, exactly. You almost, like, in order to grow your channel, you have to go with YouTube's system and force your way into people's vision just by being, you know, plastered in front of them through an automatic shorts reel feed. There we go. Anyways, I hope you know this, I do appreciate that you're here and talking. It might mean that my editing is a little slower, but that's because I'm having a great time chatting with you. I'm going to be listening to a couple sound effects here. So hopefully they're not going to be too loud. I don't want growls, I want grow. Ew, how gross and sticky sounding. Let's grab it. Plant growth. Let's put that sound effect in there. Make it a little louder.
Bro, I need to grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
One streamer you watched who grew very fast and did that kind of content. He also did vertical streams. I like vertical streams. I really do. I do appreciate that YouTube is including ways to make it easier to stream vertically. Because I don't hate or even disagree with the idea of making vertical content. Like, that's the way people are watching things now, is vertically. I would never want to fully shift to vertical only by any stretch, but I am not opposed to going with what people watch, or going to at least the platforms they watch on. You know. Excuse me. That'll work. Yeah, I wish there was, like... Sorry, that was loud. I hope that wasn't too bad. Mario jump scare.
Grow big and strong. To grow big and strong.
I wonder if I can speed this up at all.
Grow big and strong. Grow big and strong. I need to grow big and grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
Let's make it not mono so I can actually hear it in both ears. Yeah, I don't like how cramped tights, or how cramped shorts are.
I need to grow. I need to grow big and strong.
Okay, now why are you only playing through one ear instead?
I need to grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
Why does it only sound like one ear instead of the other?
Grow big and strong. I need to grow big and grow big and strong.
What happened?
Big and strong. Oh, I need to grow big and strong. Grow big and strong.
What happened? Why is it...
Grow big and strong.
It's only playing on one side now. The right channel just broke.
Grow big and strong. To grow big and strong. To grow big.
There we go.
Grow big and strong. Grow. I need to. Grow. I need to grow big. To grow. I need to grow big and strong.
That works. That sounds silly. Am I going to do Breath of the Wild VR streams? Random question. I'm not opposed. I actually got a new VR headset since I've done those streams. I was streaming on an original Oculus Rift CV1, like an original one from 2013 or so, and it was doing okay, but now I'm on a Meta Quest 3. Like I splurged and got one for the sake of doing more VR streams, because I like VR streams. I like VR in general, but I think streaming in VR is fun because there's so much of my own motion and movement involved, and I'm generally very expressive, so I think it carries over well. So I would like to do more VR, Breath of the Wild VR streams. I think I need more specific things to do than just explore. Like I've explored Hyrule tons, so has most other people. I'm also happy to, I would love to see the mod get a couple more updates to patch out some of the awkwardness. But I also want to stream more VR stuff. Like there's a Minecraft horror VR pack that I want to do at some point that I think will be really fun. Didn't see long during streams, but the whole thing was very sick. It is. It's genuinely insane what they've pulled off. I mean, obviously, it's a Wii U mod. It's a Wii U game that's been modded to play in VR, so there is still plenty of jank. But it overall is insane what they've pulled off.
I have a jar of water to paint this time. I didn't forget like I did last time. I forget this every stream, so I paint and then oh, it's leaking. No. I have a jar of water to paint this time. I didn't forget. I have a jar of water to paint this time.
Exploring Hyrule is boring. Able to see the whole thing in VR is like isn't like a whole new experience. Isn't boring. Oh, maybe. You know, I could see, like, it's definitely new to me because there's that depth there. But to viewers, I don't know if it's going to be as exciting. So maybe I'd go do a couple dungeons or something, or go fight a guardian or something. You know, just do a little more things. I'm not opposed to more Breath of the Wild VR. I just need to be in the right mindset for it. You know.
I have a jar of water. Yeah. I have a jar.
There was a specific thing I wanted to put here. Here we go.
I have a jar of water to paint this time. I have.
keep going with this joke. I thought it was cool. I'm not meaning to say that, you know, oh, you liking it is bad, or that it is bad and nobody should like it. I just wonder if I'll find it fun myself, because if I'm not having fun during a stream, I feel like it's gonna translate to the people pretty quickly too as well. Like, oh, if he's not having fun, why should I even enjoy watching this if he's just groaning the whole time? No, I'm not opposed to playing more. I would like to play more at some point.
I have a jar of water to paint this time. I have a jar of water. To paint this time. I didn't.
I need the end level music for Super Mario World. Not even the whole song. I just need the like whistle noise as it. There we go. Let's grab that. Do do do. Dum 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 dum.
Water to paint this. Water to paint this time. Water to paint this time. To paint this time. I didn't.
Oops. I hate when I do that. Dun, 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 dun. I'm a little surprised, and this is not at all to get after anybody, but last night's late night stream did really well compared to my other streams, where I get like maybe on average about, you know, 3 to 5 concurrent viewers. Last night I had about 16 people watching me edit. None of them were chatting, but that's okay. But it was just nice to see that people were enjoying it.
Water to paint this time. I did.
Excuse me.
Water to paint this time. I didn't. This time. I did paint this time. Yeah. This time.
Let's let that linger just a bit longer. Your dad got your 2-year-old brother to try to play Mario first time. It went about as well as I could probably expect. Yeah, Mario's hard. Mario's a tricky game for them kids.
This time, I didn't forget like I did last time. I forget this every stream, so I paint and then it's didn't forget like I did last time.
Punch in on my face.
I forget this every stream, so I paint and then
Zoom back in.
Oh, it's leaking. Oh, it's leaking. No. Oh, it's leaking. No. No, I just splashed it. It's not leaking. I spilt it like an idiot.
Get the gloss out.
Leaking.
Let's continue that stretch a little bit, and I'll throw in the drip noise from Gary's mod. I use the sound a lot, but I like it. Boink. Which Mario?
Get the gloss.
I was trying to get him to jump over the Goomba, constantly yelling jump, brother. Eventually started repeating him whenever the level started back up. Perfect. Jump.
Leaking.
Get the gloss out. Get the blue and the white and the black.
And I think that's the only colors for this thing. It's.
Oh, gotcha. Fun.
And I think that's the only colors for this thing. It's mostly just blue and white. I will start by making a light blue coat to go over top of this piece and this piece, and then the rest will just be kind of grays. If it doesn't work, I'll be sad. But that's how we learn. We learn by failing. And if you don't, if it doesn't work, I'll be sad.
Punch in. What's your favorite Mario game? Terrible at any platform that isn't Metroid. Ooh, you're a Metroid fan. I just played through Prime again. I did Prime Hack and played through that like a few days ago.
Raise. If it doesn't work, I'll be sad. But that's how we learn. We learn by failing, and if you don't fail, then you don't learn. By failing, and if you don't...
Just gotta make sure that the camera's still moving so people don't get disinterested. Look at my beautiful hazel eyes. Look at them. Ooh. I can see you through the screen. I do like the way the lights capture my eyes in this streams though. Having a light just off to here reflects them nicely, so I look like I have a lot of soul in me.
It's how we learn. We learn by failing, and if you don't fail, then you don't learn. And if you don't learn, then you don't succeed. So you have to fail to succeed to...
Haven't played the Prime games yet, but you've played all the 2D ones minus Metroid 2. Also your favorite Mario game is World. Good choice. Good choice. You're missing out on Prime. Prime is good. Prime is great. Played all the 2D ones minus Metroid 2. So NES and then yeah, Super Metroid, Fusion, and I assume both 2D, 3D ones like Samus Returns and Dread. Were there more than that? I feel like there's more than that. I'm getting mixed up. There was a Game Boy one, or is that Metroid 2? Would you want to play Metroid 2 like the actual original one on the Game Boy, or would you play something like another Metroid 2 remake or something like that?
Learn to fail to seed. To seed. Blue.
Terrible first-person shooters, didn't have a good means of playing them yet. That's fair.
You don't succeed. So you have to fail to succeed to learn to fail to seed. So you have to fail to succeed to learn to fail to seed. So you have to fail.
Let's do a little like light punch.
Fail to succeed to learn to fail to seed. To seed. Seed to seed. Blue will.
Let's make everything super blue now.
Blue. The paint is yogurt. The paint is yogurt. Yes.
You were playing AM2R, but got stuck. Also playing Samus Returns at the same time. Which I didn't like as much, but still thought it was good. Yeah, it's like, from what I've seen, Samus Returns is like... It's like Dread if Dread wasn't fluid. Because Dread is extremely fluid in how it moves. But that's also because you have 2 joysticks, double triggers, and a much bigger screen to see it on. Like, I love my 3DS, but I would hate to try playing a game like Dread on it because of the lack of buttons. Prefer AM2R because it plays like Zero Mission, which is your favorite Metroid game. That's the one I was thinking of, Zero Mission. That was also on the Game Boy Advance. Fusion and Zero Mission are both on the Game Boy Advance, yes?
The paint is yogurt. Yes. Taste paint for content. For content.
I'd like to think I do a very convincing fake drink. Here, it looks like I'm just chugging this. Especially with the extra that's like left on my lip and the tongue motion.
Oh, ooh. Oh, good. Good. Ooh. Oh, good. Let's wipe that off before I swallow it by accident.
That's what she said.
Let's wipe that off before I swallow it by accident.
Didn't like Fusion as much as the others because it was linear, which is fine, but also like Metroid for the speedrun aspect of being able to sequence break. I totally get that. I've never been good at sequence breaking. I don't have the brain space to like know everything about a game to do it out of order. But I also just don't play enough games that like allow sequence breaking, at least not on purpose. I like using cheats to just like break a game. I want to see how things run, how things operate. What happens if I slow the game down a ton? What happens if I speed it up a ton? What things depend on Link's... Like, I'm thinking Zelda especially, because I love to do, like, moon jump cheats or speed movement or something. Just seeing how cutscenes play out if I break how Link is being operated in them.
Content. I love it. Children, don't do that. Oh. By accident. Children, don't do... Children, don't do that. Children, don't...
Center my face.
Children, don't do that. Okay, that should be the blue we need. I'm gonna start slapping it on.
Played a lot of Zero Mission and have learned a lot of tricks, like early high jump boots and early super missiles, a lot of other stuff. Sick. Oh, excuse me. I'm burping a bit. I'm gross. I'm sorry.
Okay, that should be the blue we need. I'm gonna start slapping it on. And if it doesn't work, then I'll be sad. That was AF for a second, text being real person. Well, thank you, Idiotic Studios. That was AF for a second, text being real person. Well, thank you, Idiotic Studios. Welcome to stream, by real person. Well, thank you, person. Well, thank you, Idiotic Studios. Welcome to stream, by the way. I'm not real. Wait. That was AF for a second, text being real person. I'm not real.
Punch in on Woodsman. Gotta go because you gotta get some sleep. Have a good night. Good stream. See ya. Thanks for dropping by. You take care. Much appreciated that you spent as much time as you did here. Have a great night. Wake up refreshed, and hopefully you get to stay home from school, but if you don't, have a good day at school, as best as you can. Hopefully your classes go well, and your teachers don't bug you. Take care.
That was AF for a second, text being real person. I'm not real. That's not true. I am real. I'm a real boy. How do I prove it? Do I need to let blood out? Done.
See ya.
Do I need to let blood out? Little boy, how do I prove it? Do I need to let blood out? Done. You won't see it, but it's done.
Blood fart. Play that nice and quiet.
Done. I need to let blood out. Done.
I wish by default Resolve just made mono clips in a stereo channel play both on each side instead of having to have either one mixed up or having only play one.
Done. Done.
Let's make you super muffled as well.
Done. Done. You won't see
Punch in on that.
it, but it's done. Done. You won't see it, but it's done. I do like the landlord special where I cover everything in paint, and then I try and cover it up with more paint to fix it later.
I might be able to find a picture reference of that. The landlord special meme. There we go, I'll use that.
do like the I do like the landlord special where
I need to be on threads to pull this up, don't I? Oh. I downloaded the garbage version of it. Let's replace it with the actual version.
I do like the landlord special where I cover.
Just crop the bottom a little bit because it's. And then we throw in a drop shadow, make it look professional.
Like the landlord special where I cover everything in paint. The landlord special where I cover everything in paint, and then I try and cover it up.
Grab the next one here as well. Paste attributes of all the same things.
And then I try and cover it up with more paint to fix it later. Look. Landlord special.
I just turn on dynamics.
Landlord special where I cover everything. The landlord special where I cover everything in paint. The landlord special where I cover everything in paint, and then I try and cover it up with to fix it later. Look at it go! It's spin. Oh my goodness! Why is it being? It's being obliterated by being. It's being. Obliterated by the green screen effect. By the green screen effect.
Let's use Deltarune and Undertale's garbage noise sound effect for that. I think that'll be good. Oh wait, I guess I have to actually grab it and download it from somewhere. Yeah, that'll work. Let me, oh no, I guess I have there's someone here. If there wasn't someone here, I was gonna fix something, but I can't do it with people watching. Hope things are going well. I'm just about to, I was just about to end stream and then restart stream with a different fixed vertical stream because currently I believe things aren't looking nice and stream's not being recommended to people because it's being dual streamed and it's being silly. So if I don't hear anybody in chat in the next like 5 minutes, I'm gonna quickly fix that. I'm gonna go and fix that.
Obliterated.
Oh right, I needed the garbage noise sound effect. Loud.
By the greens. Obliterated by the green screen effect. Hookshot was partially invisible. Yeah, it's true. I wasn't real. I'm gonna take off my face now. I'm gonna take off my face now. True. I wasn't real. I'm gonna take off my face now.
Let's zoom in on that.
I'm gonna take off my face now. Terminator. Terminator. E. No. Terminator. E. Terminator.
So I need to move my face. I need to hide my face, which I guess I can do by... Let's throw in the hookshot background quickly. How's everyone doing?
Terminator.
Oh, right. I guess I need to copy and then paste motion. Zoom and position. There. Let's start by getting rid of you, my beautiful face. Wow, that's incredible. Actually, wait, let's get rid of my neck as well. That's crazy. Look at that. Look at the genuine magic of that. This is what AI should be used for. Like, look at how fast that was. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have had to manually rotoscope all of that. And now it's just done. Ryland head. Yeah, that's definitely a file I want on my computer.
Terminator.
Oops, I didn't crop it backwards. My bad.
Terminator.
That doesn't work. Linear, I'll just do it frame by frame. I'll match the frame. Wait, no, I guess I want it closer to my...
Terminator. No. Terminator. Terminator. Terminator.
Now I need to take this one and just erase my head from it. It shouldn't be too hard. Before I do that, I'm gonna restart stream and fix it because it's broken. One sec.